Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back for another player interview today. Today, I'm going to be interviewing a 6'3" guard that's making his way to Murray State at the Division I level this year. He's a two-time All-American. I'm talking about Brian Moore Jr. This guy was an absolute bucket getter for his team this past year. Over 20 points a game, 5 assists, 2.5 steals, shooting over 50% from the field. Definitely earned those All-American honors. He's a great guy. He's high energy, and I can't wait to get him on here. I'm going to add him in right now and ask him some questions. Hey, what's going on, Brian?
What's up, man?
Good to have you on here, man. Thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you having me up here.
Absolutely. Hey, congrats on signing with Murray State. I want to start off by saying that, man. You had a lot of high major offers, and you chose Murray State, a great program, a great coach. Congrats on that.
Man, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just felt like that was the best place, I could just go because, they got a chip on their shoulder. I got that same chip on mine.
Absolutely. They're one of the best mid-major programs in the entire country, making that move to the Missouri Valley this year, which is another great conference. They have some top-level teams, Drake, Loyola, Bradley had a good season, Illinois State. Talk to me about, that level of competition that you're going to be able to play at Murray State next season.
Yep. So definitely, it's going to be a big jump leaving the OVC and joining the Missouri Valley Conference. But I feel like it's a conference that's going to be up in the air due to Loyola Chicago leaving. They're in the A10 now, so the powerhouses in there is like Drake, soon be Murray State, and probably like you said Bradley or Illinois State. So I feel like that conference is up for grabs, man. But it's just you playing some big markets. UIC just joined that, so that's replacing the Loyola Chicago team, and it's just going to be just another stuff, man. That's what we play to do, play at the highest level that we could, to play versus the best and, compete. So, I'm definitely looking forward to, stepping up to that challenge.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great to see you going against all those teams. Like you said, it's up for grabs. Loyola really ran that conference over the past few years, them and Drake, honestly. And now with Loyola leaving for the A10, it's going to be fun to see who takes that role as the top team in the Missouri Valley this year. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and especially your coach. You guys are bringing back Steve Prom, who he was the coach there previously before going to Iowa State. When he was at Murray State before, he was 104 and 29. That's one of the best records ever for Missouri State, probably the best ever for any coach. Talk to me about going and playing for him. How is he going to really help get this team right and get your game better?
Yep, yeah, Steve Prohm is a really good coach, man. His philosophy about, having multiple guards on the floor at one time is something I can see myself being very successful because, I'm a scorer, but I'm a really good passer. I got really good vision. So I feel like, playing with him is he's just gonna enhance my abilities and just, I'm gonna be a big part of, our success this year. So, playing for him is gonna be, is a privilege, man. He coached a lot of good point guards, man. Monte Morris, Campaign, Tyrese Hilburn at Iowa State, some other guards at Iowa State. So, he knows what he's doing when it comes to that point guard position. So, I'm definitely excited to, get it rolling with him.
Absolutely. Yeah, he knows how to get those guys to those next levels. He's produced multiple NBA level guards. Hopefully you're one of those next ones that can get there. And after these past 2 years at the JUCO level with what you did for Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to make it, man. There's a very good chance. I mean, like
Appreciate
I
it, man.
producing you 20-plus points a game this season, 5 assists, 2.5 steals, shooting over 50% from the field. You were an All-American both of your years at the JUCO level. Talk to me about taking that JUCO route. Not very many people, look at it like it's a good option, but so many high-level players have been produced from JUCO teams. Talk to me about that experience and what it did for you.
Man, JUCO just opened my eyes to a lot, man. It's just, every day is a battle, man. It's unglorified D1. Basically, exactly what Division One JUCO is, man. We don't have all the high tech that the D1 schools have, such as flying charter, hotels, all that stuff. So it's a grind every day, man. From everything, from morning workouts to practices, preseason, everything, man. So that JUCO mentality, man, is gonna definitely help me at the next level because I done been at the bottom of the bottom, man. Now, I'm starting to see the top. So, man, that JUCO is not for everybody, trust me. But if you can make it through JUCO, you can make it through life in general, man, past basketball. So, I'm definitely glad I chose that route. A lot of Eastern players don't really take that route because they don't know too much about JUCO. It's not too many big time JUCOs up here. But, in that Midwest area, that Florida area, that's where JUCO is really popping. So, my goal is to, educate a lot more younger athletes that, the JUCO route isn't a bad route, man. If you look at most of your mid majors at the Division I level, they have 4 or 5 D1 JUCO transfers on their team. So, but a lot of people on the East Coast not too much educated on that. But, JUCO definitely can help you in life, for real.
Absolutely. The JUCO route, I've seen the JUCO route change so many players' lives. I've had quite a few on here for interviews. Terry Roberts, AJ Kajus,
It's my
Simeon
boy.
Perk, you. Those guys have done so much at the JUCO level, just like yourself. And I mean, you really started off from your freshman year. I mean, your freshman year alone started every game, 18 and a half points, 2.5 assists, 3.5 rebounds, shooting 60% from the field your freshman year, 11 games of 20 plus points. Like I said before, you were an All-American your freshman year. Talk to me about going into JUCO as a freshman and being able to be a star right off the bat.
Yep. So I went to Believe Prep out of high school. I went to high school in Kingston, New York. I ended up, not getting what I wanted. I had a lot of D2s, so I ended up going to prep school. At the prep school, I got connected with Coach Jackson, man. We had several guards on the team before, but, I just came with that mindset that, I'm going to walk in this building like I'm the best player on the court. You know, it's a big thing. Fake it till you make it. So, I just, went with that mentality like, yo, like whoever's in front of me, on some friendly competition, I'm coming for your spot. Every day, I try to be the first one in the gym, last one to leave, first in all the running, first in everything we do, try to get the highest numbers and everything because, you got to stand out as a freshman because at the JUCO level, most teams have 10 to 12 sophomores already, and now they're going to have 3-year players because of the COVID year. So, you just got to put in extra time, extra work, man, because it's a lot of people. A lot of freshmen come in, they don't play right away unless they're really, really good. So I just came in with that mindset that like I'm gonna take whoever's spot is in front of me, and I'm just going to run with it, man. So that's kind of was my thought process. Like, hey, come in and conquer, man, conquer that point guard position.
And you definitely conquered it for sure. And then going into your sophomore year, this past season, led your team to a 19-11 overall record, started every game just like before, made All-American honors again, 20 plus points. I can't say it enough. I mean, just an absolute bucket getter. That is I mean, you look at the definition in the dictionary, your picture's right next to it. You made such an impact on the defensive end for them as well. Talk to me about the jump into your sophomore year. You were already not going to play your freshman year. How did you make that jump into your sophomore year to get even better?
Yep. So my sophomore year, I was a lot more on ball. We had another ball dominant guard, Jaden Graves, who transferred to DMAC D2 JUCO in Iowa. And I just knew a lot of teams, especially in conference, was going to key in on me because they know my ability to get out and transition, my ability to make plays for others. So I just had to step up my game. Be able to do everything, score from all 3 levels, be able to come off picks, make the right reads. So I just kind of had to sharpen up all my mechanics, sharpen up all my fundamentals because I know that's who's going to make me prevail over everybody game planning to stop Brian Moore. When you got NEO on your schedule, we got to stop Brian Moore from getting 30. We got to stop him from doing this. So I just had to come with that killer mindset every game. Like I know they game planning for me. I know they go send the double teams. I know they go have the schemes off the screens and just had to read and react. So that's what I kind of did throughout the season.
And very few teams were able to keep you from scoring like you wanted to. I mean, you had so many games of 20 plus points, and you even had a couple of games where you were dishing out 10 or more assists as well, really getting your teammates involved also as a true point guard. And you had this one game, 47 points against Seminole State, 15 of 19 from the free throw line. You shot over 50% in that game as well. Talk to me a little bit about that game. What went through your mind? Was there something that just clicked that made
Yep,
you
I'm
think,
glad you said that. So kind of what happened was I ended off the first half with 6 or 8 points. I don't remember what it was. I had got I drove to the paint. I got knocked down, no call, and they said that the ref said to my coach, if anything, it should have been an offensive foul on me. My coach got ejected. I looked right at the other coach. I said, "Thank you, I needed that." And then after that, the rest is history, man. My coach got ejected. We went to double overtime. I only scored 3 points in the second overtime, but throughout that second half, through the first OT, I probably scored like 30 something points, 32, 33 points. I just went on a tear, just getting downhill, getting to the rim, getting and ones, hitting my mid range, hitting my threes. So I just something clicked. When coach got out, I told him I got you, and I looked at that other coach, and after the game, he was like, "You told me." And I definitely did, man. Sometimes you just need that little extra motivation to get that second win, that second gear going. So that's what kind of happened. Coach getting ejected helped me a lot that game.
Definitely got you hyped up, got your whole team fired up. You guys ended up winning that game in the double overtime, I believe, if I'm right.
Yep. I think we won by 3 in the double OT.
Yeah, and it definitely, your 47 points obviously played a big factor, but I know you also dished out some assists. You got a couple of steals on there as well, really being a factor every single possible way you could. And you really, you were a big time leader for your team this year, the main guy, like I said before. Talk to me about being a leader for these new freshmen, these other players around you. How did you help them get better as well?
Yeah, my big thing, man, I just preach to everybody, man. We all leaders in our own way. So, just everybody doing a part because, player led teams are the best teams. Those are the teams that win the national title, get far in the tournament that's player led. So my encouragement is just to, through my experiences with this thing we call basketball. So, for the freshmen, just gonna tell them keep going. It's gonna be hard days. It's gonna be days that you're really not gonna want to be here, but you gotta stick through it, man, because you gotta look at the bigger picture, man. Just 1% better every day. That's what I preach, man. Being a leader is something I've been whole my life since high school days. So it's just natural to me. Being able to be the bad cop, the good cop, being able to encourage my teammates, get on them when I need to. A lot of people nowadays want to be all friendly, but sometimes you gotta get on them to get that extra gear out them. So my big thing is just being able to talk, being able to speak, and wanting to be in that alpha male in that locker room. That's the key thing. A lot of people don't want to do that. So that's what helps me be a leader. Because no matter where I go, I want to be the alpha male. I want to be the person head in charge, so to say. So that's just big with me.
Every team needs an alpha. Every team needs a leader like that. And the fact, I mean, you helped your team to a winning record this year, and your teammates, just like yourself, they succeeded very well as well. So you definitely succeeded in that aspect, and that led you to where you are now, going to Murray State. You had offers from South Florida, West Virginia, South Carolina, Chattanooga. You could have gone wherever you wanted. What was it about Murray State specifically that stuck out to you?
The big thing that stuck out to me about Murray State is, man, just the winning culture, man. That's one big thing I was on. I want to go to a program that's winners because I'm a winner and I want to win at the highest level. So just them having winning traditions, having the point guard success that they have had with multiple coaches, and it's a family atmosphere, man. When I was down there on my visit, I had fans coming up to me left and right, like, hey, Murray State's the place, man. We love Murray State basketball here, so. That was big for me. I want to go to a place that they really care about basketball because, I pull my heart and soul out for my university. So, I just want the fans to be able to do the same. So, that was one big thing that stuck out with Murray, that it was different from all the other schools that I visited and I talked to. Is just that the fan support is amazing, man, out there in Kentucky, because all they got is Murray State and University of Kentucky basketball. Those two schools, really. So, man, just they love their Murray State basketball out there. So, I got to be ready to embrace that.
Yeah, Kentucky loves their basketball. Like you said, Murray State and Kentucky are the only two, so you're gonna have fans there every single night because both of those schools are absolutely huge. Murray State really is a high major in disguise, in my opinion. I mean, with all the talent that they've had there, and you mentioned it before, especially the point guards, Cameron Payne, John Morant. They've had so much success at that guard spot. Talk to me about the success that they've had with their guards. And how do you think, as a guard yourself, they're going to improve your game?
Yep. So they had a lot of success with downhill guards such as John Morant, Cameron Payne, who could also shoot the outside shot, and just being able to manipulate defenses and screen and rolls to get them good looks. Because, Ja Morant had a pretty decent freshman year. I believe he averaged 12 points, 6 assists, something around there. And then, following that next year, they was able to make that step to make his numbers jump even more, even though, they scheming and game planning against him. That's the hard thing. A lot of players, especially at the mid-major level, have that sophomore year slump or that junior slump. But with the guards that come through Murray State, you don't really see that because coach helps elevate the game every year. No matter what coach is there, Coach Lou Kennedy, Coach Steve Prohm, Coach McMahon, who's at LSU now, throughout the years, the guards always get better and better throughout their years there. So, that's huge. You don't want the numbers to be high than low. You want the numbers to go lower than high. So that's the big thing, just being able to consistently year in, year out produce at a high level is the big key thing that those 2 point guards did. I think Cam might have stayed 3 years. I think Isaiah Cannon stayed 3 or 4 years. Ja Morant was the only one that did 2, but each year, if you look at their stats, it got better and better from freshman year on.
Yeah, all three of those guys, NBA level guards, made it. And Ja Morant, obviously, second team All NBA this year. I thought he was first team, but Cameron Payne is doing his thing for the Suns. Isaiah Cannon had a great career in the NBA, and you yourself, you're going to have a great career at Murray State. There's no doubt in my mind. What are you expecting your role to be this upcoming year for Murray State? What are you expecting yourself to do for this Racers team next season?
Yep. I expect myself to be, one of our alpha males, one of our leaders on the team, a key part of our offense and defense on both sides. Being a player that could put up numbers night in, night out, whether it's points, having high points games, high assist games, kind of really taking over that combo guard, point guard starting spot, is where I see myself, is where some of the, other people see myself. So, just those 3 things, bringing my leadership, my scoring ability, and my vision.
Yeah, that's, be a pure point guard, be a leader, be that alpha male. Like you keep saying, every team needs that alpha. And if you have that for Murray State this year, they're going to be a dangerous team. There's no doubt in my mind. They're already a dangerous team, and I can't wait to see what they do next season after adding you. So thank you so much for doing this with me, man. You have, like I said before, phenomenal career so far. I can't wait to see what you do for Murray State next year.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you getting me up here, man. Means a lot, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. I'm definitely going to be tuned in, no doubt. Have a good one, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Have a good one, man.